Coming up next, Dodge has a new Hornet. Hey, Mark Savage here. This is the new Dodge Hornet. You may, if you're a little older person, you might remember the name Hornet. AMC had a Hornet.
Introducing the 1973 Hornet hatchback.
We had one.
There you go.
And if you go way back.
And you go way, way back, the guys even older than Paul and I would remember that there was a Hudson Hornet. They raced those things. Well, this is a pretty racy little crossover that they have got. It is based on the Alpha Tonale. That is a little crossover vehicle sold in Italy. And oh, you say, well, how can it be based on an Alpha? This is Dodge. That's part of Stellantis. Stellantis is Dodge, Chrysler, Alpha, Fiat. They've got a number of brands. So I just drove this on a long trip. Very nice drive, and it's got all-wheel drive. It's a fun vehicle, and it looks like a Dodge. Paul, let's take a quick walk around. I mean, if you see that nose coming at you,
yep, that's a Dodge.
That's a Dodge. Of course, you got the logo that makes you think of Dodge, but I like the little air scoops up on the hood. Gives it a little personality.
Can I put those on my Durango?
You probably could. Just peel them right off of here.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, good-looking vehicle, I think. And I don't know if you can tell, but that's a Hornet right there on the side. That's their little fancy new Dodge ornament. That's what I'm trying to say. Ornament. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of cute, and I think they're going to sell you some T-shirts and things like that.
Oh, I bet. Hats, everything else.
4 doors. The one thing I will notice is if you're short like me, here, let's unlock the thing so we can actually get the thing open. Short like me, just be careful. Look where that hits, right about here. Watch your glasses.
Maybe if there's alcohol involved.
Almost knocked my glasses off one day. Anyway, back seat, there's reasonable room back there. I mean, this seat's back a little ways, but there's still plenty of leg room. These fold down, of course, and will fold pretty flat. They're not exactly flat, but very close to flat. And then we'll show you the back. Amazingly, on this not real pricey car, we've got a power
hatch.
Look at that. Woo. Nice cover, nice and solid cover. We can fold the seats down. We got a pass-through if you just want to put a longer item in here, so that's good. One surprise here, nothing in there. I got a
no spare tire.
I got a feeling that
they're going to that now, and I don't get that.
No,
you're pretty much screwed.
On my trip that I saw, I bet we saw 5 or 6 people alongside the roads with a flat tire. So yeah, get a spare and put it in there.
It comes with a tire emergency kit.
That's right.
Or road emergency or something.
It at least needs that little spare in there, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, rear wiper, always good on a kind of a hatchback, so that's good. And we'll take it for a ride, but I think, you're going to be surprised at how fast and fun this thing is. All right. Got a nice interior on the car here. This has kind of a leather trim seat with a little bit of perforation here, so it cools a little bit. There is heated and cooled seats. We'll show you all that. First of all, Paul, look at this.
Flat
bottom wheel, that's wonderful. The usual controls here. We got volume controls over here. We got cruise control over there. Sport button to give you a little more oomph on a little power if you want it. Nice looking dash, easy to see things there. Reasonable size screen. I think this is probably about a 10-incher, not gigunda like some of them we have. The one thing I'm not real wild about is this is how you adjust the heated and cooled seats. So you can adjust them here by punching the button. And of course it goes away quickly, and also the steering wheel. But it's so little. What I have found is, like, especially if you're driving and try to hit it, it's, you're doing this, trying to, where is that little thing? Whereas you got a little button down here, that would turn it on and off. That would be super. You got a volume for the radio here. I can turn it on, Paul. We can turn it off, whichever we want to do. And the emergency park brake that you have, all that good stuff. Push button start, the on off for the stop start.
Yeah.
Auto stop start.
Most annoying feature in a car.
I know a lot of people don't even know. Like, this is in almost every brand new car, this button. They say, what's that A mean? It's the auto stop start. If you press it and it lights up, then that is off. All right, so there's a little education for everyone. A charger in here, wireless charger, that's good. This will take Android Auto, Android Apple CarPlay. So all good stuff. And Little kind of something a little bit different here. This is your air vent to turn it on and off. Obviously you can do your usual adjustments there, but that's a little bit different. And
nice red stitching.
yeah, nice little red stitching here to give it an accent. That's good. And I found the seats really comfortable. Like I say, I took a pretty lengthy trip over the weekend, running down to Louisville and back, and it was real comfortable. So we'll take it out on the highway, or out on the road anyway, and show you how it goes. But 266 or 268 horsepower, so that's a pretty fair amount for a small SUV or crossover. All right, got the new Hornet. Going to take it out on the highway. I'm going to press the sport button right here. Gives me, it says sport connected on the dash here. Got 268 horsepower for this model. This is the GT Plus, and if you want to go up to the hybrid version, that's the RT. And let's see what we do here, Paul. Sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't sound like a rocket, but how do we always do this? Almost triple digits.
You know, it's like it got a second wind.
Yeah.
It wasn't a real, massive acceleration, but it seemed to get going once it got going.
Yeah, no, it was pretty smooth. But again, a 9-speed automatic transmission, which obviously is main aim is not just the smoothness, but is to get better gas mileage. I mean, I'd say I drove this to Louisville over the weekend and back between 32 and 33.5 miles per gallon. This is all-wheel drive. Every model of the Hornet is all-wheel drive, so that's standard. And for a modestly priced in today's market car, this is, I think, it gives you a little of everything. You got power. I mean, Dodge frequently talks about power, right? I mean, we got Challengers, we got Chargers, we got Hellcats, Durangos. Everything is, they're all about performance. So I think that's nice that they're continuing that on, even with what you would consider to be a compact or a small crossover. Paul, this thing comes pretty well equipped. And again, this is the GT Plus. There is a GT model that's a little lower, but this has that 10-inch screen or so, a little bit more. The wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, 17-inch aluminum wheels, although this one added 18 inches. The dual climate zone, which is a nice thing to have. And the red stitching that we commented on earlier, and the nice 14-speaker Harman Kardon stereo. With the wireless charging, so that's all pretty good standard.
Yeah, I think this car will do well in its competitive bracket. The only one that probably would dominate that right now would be the Mazda, but
yeah, the CX-50 is nice, and the CX-5, and they're in that. This handles real well too. Those handle real well. There's others. There's the Terrain, which is a decent vehicle, and the Sportage and Tiguan, but this has the most power of any of them.
Yep. And power equals fun.
Yeah. So the Hornet is a new thing coming from Dodge, and it's a nice little crossover. I think people are going to like it. Pricing is really pretty attractive. Again, remember, every one of them has all-wheel drive. Starts about $32,000. This one starts at $37,000. There's also then the RT and the RT Plus. Those go $41,000 and $46,000, but those are both plug-in hybrids, so you're going to get a little more power, about 20 more horsepower, obviously a little better gas mileage, and you can go out and drive about 30 miles on your electrical charge. So a nice wide range, good performance, attractive vehicle, comfortable. I think Dodge has got a winner on its hands here. Hey, and thanks for watching. We're going to see you next time.